Hi, I'm Kate Hahn with TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and we have a great new regular feature, The Buzz on Yellowjackets, where each week we're going to talk to a different cast member about what happened in this crazy show. And today we have Samantha Hanratty, who plays the girl who started it all by destroying that emergency beacon. She's been called the weirdest character on TV, Misty Quigley. Sammy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we are very happy you're back. And I have to ask, it's been a while. When we get to that cabin, the girls are a little worse for wear. It's been 2 months since Jackie passed away. And what's it like to come back to set? Were you all really thrilled to see each other? Were you a little nervous after all the buildup in season 1?
All of that and more. I was extremely excited to get back to work. I was more excited than anything just to start getting these scripts. I was like, what is happening? What's going to happen? So yeah, I think that was the main thing I was just really stoked about, is getting to figure out what the heck's going on. And I think that, it is always nerve-wracking, especially like, we love that people love the show, but it's a lot to live up to. And, and it is scary, and you just want to be able to do it again. You want to be able to, make people fall in love again and keep people hooked. And I, knock on wood, feel like we may have done it. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I love this season. I think it's such a good season. I'm so excited to finish it all. I've seen all the way up to episode 6 so far. They're, sending them in right now. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Well, it certainly came back in a big way. There's a lot to talk about in the premiere, but that final scene where Shauna chomps down on Jackie's ear.
Yeah.
What did you think when you read that?
I mean, don't we all do that? Like, don't you do that to your friends' ears? I was like, let's go. I'm such a fan of the show, as well as, lucky to be on it. But I think, I was actually on my way to Vancouver, and it was me and Alexa in the car. I was driving with my dog in the back seat, and we got the scripts. We got 1 and 2 back to back. And so it was like, we're reading it and we're going over it, and and then it gets to that final part of, then she takes a bite, and it was just like, it's happening. And I think so many fans have been looking forward so bad, but it's like, they've been looking forward to this. They're like, we know what this show's about. Let's get to it.
We sure got to it in this premiere. So did you get to see any of these props? There's some pretty creepy props, not only the ear, but I assume it's a dummy of the actress who plays Jackie. Was it a little bit creepier on set now that you're getting into these storylines?
I'm so messed up. I was just like, where is it? Where's the dummy? I want to take pictures with it. Of course I made sure that Ella was good with it, and it was great to see her. And I was so happy to have her back on set. And yeah, it was, I get really excited about this stuff. I love behind the scenes things. I'm such a baby when it comes to like actually watching scary stuff, but when it comes to the making of, I love it. And so, yeah, I was also just completely shocked and amazed by our cabin this year. I mean, how amazing does it look? It's all inside of a sound stage. And all of the trees and everything around looks so incredible. And every time I walk on stage, I get cold just by the look of it. And it's so gorgeous. And it's seriously a huge props to our entire crew for all of what they've done and how incredible, the set is. And I'm very, very, very impressed. And I got to watch the episode as well. And I know looks wise, it looks really, really cool too.
It does look really cool. And that's quite a shocker scene where it flipped. I thought, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
So I have a few words for you. We can harmonize. Misty meets, those words are seeming to change Misty's life in this episode. She's making friends with Crystal. Tell me about shooting that scene. You look like you're freezing cold in it. You're pulling that off. Tell me about that. And what advice you had for her as a new actress coming onto set.
I can't even express my love for Nuha into words. I love her so much. I was so excited to figure out who the heck was going to be playing this Crystal character. We had so many people audition, people I knew, people, all the actors, we all knew people who were auditioning for this character. And so I was really excited. They also used the same mock audition for Crystal as they did for Misty. So she did the same audition that I did for it. And so that
Which was, I'm sorry.
It's never out there. It's this very manipulative scene between Misty and a teacher. And I guess now Crystal and a teacher. And so, yeah, I got to actually watch Nuha's audition because she did it on tape, and I talked her into showing me the audition. But no, I welcomed her with open arms, and I'm very much so a believer of like, if you're here and you're working, like you're already been trusted with this. Like, unless you have questions, like, let's just have fun. And we have had so much fun. And we really got to have a good time playing Misty and Crystal and create this really funky and weird friendship that comes through. And these words of, oh my God, we can harmonize is literally like the golden ticket that Misty has been wanting her whole life. And somebody to choose her is a huge deal. She's never had that before, and it's pretty beautiful.
Right. Well, she's very left out. She's stirring the pot, which I thought was funny in one scene, because Misty loves to stir the pot. We see her stirring the pot on the stove, but she's getting all the bad chores. That they are still very mad at her, the other girls, because of the mushroom incident in season
Oh my God,
one.
get over it. I'm kidding.
Should they though? Are they hanging on to that a little too long?
No, I mean, if I'm being totally honest, if I was poisoned, I probably wouldn't be the most stoked. So especially for what they did, I think that there's also a lot of projection of like, we did this terrible stuff, and instead of taking ownership, they're like, oh, it's because you did that. So I'm being, that's how Misty's taking it in, is like, it just showed your true selves, and you didn't like what you saw. And I think that's how Misty is viewing it. But no, me as Samantha, yeah, I'd be pretty mad if somebody poisoned me.
So another big storyline is, Lottie, and how, she's creating this kind of wilderness religion for the girls to follow. And Misty was one of the early followers at the end of season one. There's not a lot of Misty and her in this premiere, but there is a lot of Lottie and sort of like pushback against this. What's your take on that when you're reading the season one script?
Yeah, there's, Misty, hopefully this isn't a spoiler, is very much so in the group. She inserted herself into the group. And, we'll see how that plays out. But I'll be honest, I don't see it as Misty fully believing in it, but seeing a place of power and wanting to get close to power so that she can hopefully one day manipulate or do whatever she can to be the one that holds the power. And so I think that, yeah, Misty's always kind of trying to be a couple steps ahead, and sees that, she gets into line and she puts a smile on her face, maybe, just maybe, things will work out in her favor.
That smile, and you and Christina Ricci just deliver it in exactly the same way. It doesn't change. When you watch an episode and you see future Misty in the premiere, did you have any scenes, any moments that you really loved that Christina played?
I feel like I always just really enjoy what she has to bring. She's definitely one of the people I don't ever get to see her work. And so I always get excited. In fact, there are times that like, I try not to like read the script so that I can be excited when I watch it, and I mean, I've always been such a big fan of Christina. And so getting to play a character with her and getting to see the choices that adult Misty makes, and the relationships she has this season, it's such a cool experience to be able to see it, and exciting. And as a fan, I'm just like, want more. I just want more. I always want more Misty. And yeah, it's really fun to see though her just do things that I'm like, oh my God, like I would have totally done that way. Or, or there's just scenes where I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And she does it. And, there's just, it's cool to be able to relate certain things and then also be just surprised and shocked with other choices that she makes.
When you watch it, do you watch it by yourself or do you guys get together and have a little watch party?
Watch party 100%. I get nervous about a watch party, but I'd rather do it with people. And we did that actually. We were at South by Southwest last week, me, Kevin, Alexa, and Nuha, with a couple of our other castmates. But the four of us went back into the hotel room and we got episodes 3 and 4 last week. So we all sat up and watched them on the laptop and we're like, oh my gosh. And so it's, it's been really exciting.
Do you ever get scared by the show?
There's definitely been parts that I've jumped at, especially when it comes to she's just, I'm like, yeah, Tawny's fantastic. And the entire time I'm just like sitting on the edge of my seat being like, we're kind of like, doing this. And so, yeah, it's really, it's spooky, scary skeletons.
You said you love the behind the scenes stuff. So besides getting your selfies with the Jackie dummy, what else can you tell us about behind the scenes? What do you do in your downtime with the other actresses? Are there any props that are really good? I mean, tell me about the behind the scenes stuff.
I always somehow find a dumb quiz for everybody to take, and, spread it around the group chats and, have everybody see like, what animal am I? Or what color am I? Or whatever it is. And then being able to be like, oh, I'm most compatible with this person. Oh, my animal is most compatible with that. And just, I love personality quizzes and things like that. I think they're so fun. There's a lot of Mario Party. Yeah, there was a lot of, we all have like our friendships within this, and obviously we all have amazing relationships. And so, but it's nice, we all have our people that we go to that we feel safe with, that we can, if somebody's having though a hard day or it's a really emotional scene, it's like, you give that person extra care and extra love. And, for me, there's some scenes or some days when I am the masseuse on set. I am giving everybody massages. I literally I know when Jasmine's coming over and giving me those eyes and is like, Samantha, and I'm like, Jasmine, and that's a massage moment, or So I try to take care of my cast and make sure that everybody is feeling good and at all times. And yeah, there's a lot of just downtime though, where I'm doing stupid TikTok dances while covered in blood, and you guys will have to wait and see those for when I can post those. Do you have a favorite Misty moment from season 1, looking back? Yeah. I think when she's helping Ben go to the bathroom is one of my favorite moments, when she's singing Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's the first time that everybody got to hear my vocals, but honestly, it was just such a hilarious scene, and him holding on to me, and, this very, I took it very seriously. I'm like, this is caregiver moment. This is her taking care of him. And then of course, the more seriously I'm taking it, the more just hilarious it came across. And yeah, I just feel like it's such a classic Misty moment of her being so, unaware of how uncomfortable she's making Ben feel.
And, seeing you as yourself instead of Misty, it is such a physical transformation. Are you tired of the kitten sweatshirt and the big glasses and the blonde perm yet?
No, I miss it. Actually, I miss it. There's days that I'm like, get this thing off of me. And there's definitely days that I'm like, I'm over it. Those days are probably the days that I'm feeling like I get really bad headaches from the wig. So I think those are the days, or the contacts. I'm not a fan of the brown contacts. I love the way it looks. I'm actually jealous. I'm like, I actually like the way it looks on me. But I'm just not used to having contacts, and it dims the way I see. So everything is darker, the way that I see. So if we're doing a shoot at night, it's quite hard for me to see. So there's some challenges when it comes to the physicality, but overall, being her, looking like her, I find to be just fun, especially the outfits I wear this season are just so out there. We're all looking crazy because we're bundling up on everything that we can, but I'm wearing pajama pants with somebody's like, shorts on with also wearing overalls, and then I'm wearing multiple sweaters, and I just look like, just this giant little blob, and I love that little blob.
Well, we love that little blob too, and we can't wait to see what that little blob does next.
Me too.
So thank you so much, Samantha Hanratty, for speaking with us about the Yellow Jackets premiere. It was really exciting. We cannot wait to see what happens next, and we can't wait to see what happens with Misty. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.